Welcome back to the next video on the CR90 Corvette build. I'm going to show you guys what I did in the paint job. I have done a paint video before. This is a follow-up. I did mention that I'm not going to do a wash, which I've changed my mind and I've done that, and it's worked out pretty well. It looks good. So after I painted my undercoat, which I've explained before, it is a fine or surface primer. This is a fine version. You can use a normal one, Tamiya. And then after that I use the AS20 as a base coat. AS20. Okay, so once I got to a point where I wanted to paint, I was unsure of whether I'm going to do a wash, which I then did. I tested on another part. So this is the result on one of the lower engines. You cannot really see it very well in the video, but it actually looks very, very nice. So what I did was I used, you can use your own wash, but this is what I used. Vallejo dipping formula, the 200 ml. Okay, that's how the bottle looks. Okay, so I just painted it on. It stays wet for a couple of minutes, so it actually helps. And then I used some cloth or disposable paper, and I wiped it down as much as I could, and then it looked very blotchy all over the model. So when it got completely dried, I then used, this is a sponge version of it. You can use normal paper version. It's 400 grit sandpaper, so it's very fine. And then I just sanded down where I could get into to sand out the blotching, and it left a weathered look. And then it left all the paint in the panel lines, which is what you want in the grooves. Okay, so that's the one part. Here's another section. Okay. You can, that's a good picture there of how it looks. Okay, so, and then of the side, okay, that's the look, which looks pretty nice. Okay, you can see it goes into all the nice inner grooves. Okay, don't look here because there's a broken off. I need to glue it back on. Yeah, as well. Okay, so all that remains for me to do is some airbrushing around these areas, and then some touch-ups, which I will get to shortly. And then certain panels have like the panels dark next to a light one. So what I'm going to do is use tape. Okay, and then just tape it, and then either the finger or the brush, I'm going to use the suit from Tamiya, weathering master, and then possibly also these pigments from MIG. You get various types. This is metal slag. I haven't tried them yet. I might not even use them. Track rust. But there's different rust you can get as well. Like there's an orange rust over here, which I'm going to use in one of these sets. Okay. And then I'll either use a brush or use my finger. Just out of interest sake, for this wash, what I did, I also used a earbud to get into areas where there was too much, to suck it up, because some areas you cannot get into. And I use a soft brush to apply it. And then in some areas you can also use the panel accents. I use the black Tamiya as well. So obviously you can say I'm a fan of Tamiya. Yes, I am. It's your choice what you use and what you can get. Like this Vallejo, I had to import, and you cannot get it in South Africa. Okay, a lot of the other things are available at model shops, but some things are not. You can make your own wash with paint. Just thin it down before you do it. Okay, so one more thing on the Blockade runner on the last video, on the CR90 side, front of the neck. There's a couple of panels I missed, which I'll show you guys where all the panels were. So I'm going to just walk to my kit that's standing over here on the stand, and just show you guys actually which section I'm talking about. So, okay, so on this area, this is the right hand side. Okay, there is 1, 2, 3, 4 panels. that I was not aware of. I saw it afterwards in the picture, I put it in. So it's one over here, one that actually goes into the red, the bottom one as well, and then there's one of these turquoisey squares at the bottom. Okay, so get them on, but I mean this is the whole kit now with that weathering done, with the wash, and it looks pretty good. Okay, not complete yet, but getting there. So now I'm going to do all the powder, and then to me powder with my finger, etc., and then hopefully it looks good. Okay, but here's the front as well. Okay, I think it's focusing. Okay, so that's it for this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.